This evening is a guided meditation on one of the early sutras of the Buddha called the Sutra on the Awareness of Breathing. And we will go through it. Maybe we'll get through the whole thing, but I doubt it. What's wonderful about it is it gives us a step-by-step way to focus our attention. And we'll spend some time on each of those steps. There's 16 steps altogether. And each one of them prepares us for the next step. So it goes in kind of like an orderly fashion. I want to read a little bit from the beginning of the sutra before it actually goes into the 16 exercises. So let's take a moment to prepare our bodies and minds as we listen to the sutra. And I invite you to consider this reading of the sutra as itself a guided meditation. Keeping in mind that the Buddha was giving a Dharma talk to a group of monks under the open sky. And we can invite ourselves to be in the community of monks and nuns and lay practitioners at the time of the Buddha, just kind of imagining ourselves in that assembly, in that august assembly with the Buddha, getting the direct teachings from the Buddha. So as you hear these words, maybe some ideas will come into your mind as the space is described. I heard these words of the Buddha one time when he was staying in Savatthi in the Eastern Park with many well-known and accomplished disciples. The senior practitioners in the community were diligently instructing practitioners who were new, some instructing 10, some 20, some 30, some 40. And in this way, the practitioners who were new to the practice gradually made great progress. That night, the moon was full and the Pavarana ceremony was held to mark the end of the rainy season retreat. I learned recently that the Pavarana ceremony was a way that the monks that lived together offered each other feedback on their practice. And just as us, in the same way in our own lives, we need feedback from each other to tell us how we're doing. Not only in our meditation, but just in our interactions with each other. We need to hear from our spouses, from our children, from our parents, about the things that they want us to do better at. And when we are able to hear that in a way that is not harsh or condemning or critical, oftentimes it can bring a lot of feeling of love to your relationships. So the Buddha speaks, says, "Oh, bhikkhus," that means monks. But we can consider ourselves bhikkhus, monks, nuns, laymen, laywomen. "O bhikkhus, I am pleased to observe the fruit you have attained in your practice. Yet I know you can make even more progress. What you have not yet attained, you can attain. What you have not yet realized, you can realize perfectly. To engage your efforts, I will remain here until the next full moon day." When the next full moon day arrived, the Buddha seated under the open sky, looked over the assembly of bhikkhus and began to speak. O bhikkhus, our community is pure and good. At its heart, it is without useless and boastful talk. Just as an aside here, this is a very important part of this meditation. When we begin a meditation practice, whether we've been doing it for 20 years or we're just sitting down for the first time, it's important to come with a pure and good heart, a pure heart and mind. This is another way of saying that we have been practicing the precepts, practicing non-harming, practicing not lying or stealing, committing sexual misconduct, and not taking intoxicants. This is how the mind becomes pure. So take a moment just to reflect on the state of your own heart and mind at this time. And wherever it is, there's no blame or judgment to be given here. It's just an opportunity for us to reflect on the state of our own heart and mind. And we can make it pure in this instant. We can purify our mind in this instant. We don't have to go through an elaborate process here, just to purify our mind, make it pure. Whatever that looks like or means to you. The Buddha continues, the full awareness of breathing, if developed and practiced continuously, will be rewarding and bring great advantages. It will lead to success in practicing the 4 establishments of mindfulness. It will lead to success in the practice of the 7 factors of awakening. It will give rise to understanding and liberation of the mind. What is the way to develop and practice continuously the method of full awareness of breathing so that the practice will be rewarding and offer great benefit? It is like this. The practitioner goes into the forest or to the foot of a tree or to any deserted place. Right, so the Buddha is inviting us to imagine the space that we're sitting in. You can imagine yourself in a forest at the foot of a tree, or he says any deserted place. Sit stably in the lotus posture. Right, whatever posture you sit in at this moment, to find a stable posture. Holding his or her body quite straight. And practices like this. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. So this first exercise, when the Buddha says to hold our body straight, he's just saying to be upright, but not uptight. So allow our backs to be long, but also soft in the shoulders and neck. Allow our face to be soft. And let's look at this first exercise together. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. This first exercise, we're just looking at the direction that our breath is taking, whether it's going in or whether it's going out. And you can say to yourself, if you'd like, in, out. So we'll continue without any sound of bells, just begin the practice when you're ready. In, out. And the next exercise, breathing in, aware of the whole length of my breath. Breathing out and aware of the whole length of my breath. As you breathe in, you could say the word deep to yourself. Breathing in deep, and notice your breath, the depth at which your breathing goes. Breathing out, you could say the word slow to yourself. And watching your breathing as it exhales and slows down. On the inhale, deep. On the exhale, slow. Deep, slow. And the third exercise, breathing in and becoming aware of our whole body. Breathing out and becoming aware of our whole body. As you breathe in, you could say body. As you breathe out, you could say body, and directing your awareness to your whole physical body, noticing the sensations in your body from the inside or from the outside. On the inhale, body. On the exhale, body. And feel free also at this time to let go of over awareness of our breathing. You could simply rest your awareness in your body. And continue to bring your awareness gently, gently, gently back to awareness of your body. And the fourth exercise, breathing in, I calm my whole body down. Breathing out, I calm my whole body. You can say the word calm as you inhale and direct that to your whole body. You could say the word ease as you exhale. Calm, ease. See if you can soften wherever you notice tension, tightness in your body as you do this exercise. Breathing in the word calm, breathing out the word ease. Calm, ease. Now we're going to slightly shift our awareness to feelings. So I want to invite you at this time, if you like, if you're finding it problematic to do this meditation, you're welcome to try laying on your back. If, on the other hand, this is going smoothly for you, feel free to stay seated. But you have that invitation to lay on your back, and I would just add that to do your best to keep awareness in your body. If you're feeling sleepy, that's totally okay. Keeping your awareness there as best you can. Breathing in, I feel joyful. Breathing out, I feel joyful. So in this exercise, we don't have to make ourselves feel joy if it's not there, but what we're doing is remembering that we have the seeds of joy in us. So we're just bringing awareness to any feelings of joy. If you have a memory of something that brings you joy, that would be fine too. But try not to get caught up in the memory. Stay rooted in the feeling of joy. Breathing in, I feel joyful. Breathing out, I feel joyful. And this next exercise is similar. Breathing in, I feel happy. Breathing out, I feel happy. These feelings are really important for our meditation practice, because if we can enjoy the practice, we'll want to continue it. If we can find some joy in any way that we can in our practicing, then we'll want to continue it. And so I invite you at this time, if you're interested, in bringing a slight smile to your face. Just like you see a Buddha image, oftentimes the Buddha is smiling. Just bringing a slight smile to remind ourselves to be happy. Breathing in, I feel happy. Breathing out, I feel happy. Connecting with any feelings of happiness in you at this time. In the next practice, here's where we start to begin to shift our awareness now to the mind. Breathing in, I'm aware of my mind. So we might not realize, we might not be aware of the fact that we see things a certain way, and we assume that what we see is reality. Now, what we're doing is turning our lens and looking at the seeing itself, noticing that that is a product of our own mind. Noticing our mind itself. Usually we use our mind to notice other things. In this exercise, we use our mind to notice our mind. Whether you want to connect with your breathing or not is optional. Breathing in, aware of my mind. Breathing out, aware of my mind. And now breathing in and breathing out, I calm my mind. Breathing in, I calm my mind. And breathing out, I calm my mind. So we continue to maintain that awareness of our mind. And now we practice calming the mind down. Being aware of our mind, whatever thoughts might be there. We can notice the content of our mind from a distance and see if we can calm the mind down. One way to do that is to follow the breath. What happens to the breath happens to the mind. If the breath becomes still and slow, the mind also slows down, calming the mind, calming the mind. And now beginning to turn the awareness to the Dharma, to noticing the impermanent nature of all things, of all dharmas, all things. So our mind perhaps is stable now, is well concentrated, focused. We can begin to turn our attention now to the subject of impermanence. Whatever comes into the field of your mind, to notice how that is impermanent, whether it's a thought, a feeling, or a human being, a place, a thing, to notice the impermanent nature of that. It might be something as simple as your own breath, noticing how your breath changes in each moment, or to watch the fluctuations of your mind. All of this, all of these things that we look at are impermanent. So we want to bring our attention to how things change, shift, are not the same from moment to moment. Impermanence, impermanence. And on this next to last exercise, breathing in and becoming aware of the disappearance of craving. Breathing out and becoming aware of the disappearance of the mind that craves, that wants. And the softening. Another way of talking about this is feeling a sense of contentedness with where you are and who you are. Aware of contentment. On the in-breath, aware of contentment. On the out-breath. Breathing in and becoming aware of the no birth, no death nature of all phenomena. Breathing out and observing the no birth, no death nature of all phenomena. This exercise is asking us to become aware of that part of reality that is not born and does not die. That aspect of ourself too, that is not born and that does not die. In Zen lore, we talk about what is your face before? What is your face before your parents were born? Where were you? Here we say to observe the no birth, no death nature of all things. What is your face before you were born? And what is your face before your parents were born? And the last exercise, breathing in and observing, letting go. Breathing out, observing, letting go. Whatever it is that we've attained in this meditation today, we let it go. We practice opening our minds and hearts and allowing ourselves to live naturally, to be in our natural state. Letting go of acquisition, even of spiritual insight. Letting go, letting go. And that concludes this guided meditation.